Okay, right. So you all know IELTS. If you are in this session, definitely I think that you people know about IELTS exam. And even you guys know why it is taken. Yes, you if you want to enter into any international country, international to study or to in the name of work, or so to have immigration, so definitely you need to need this IELTS as a main requirement. So now here you could see, like, IELTS could be classified into academic and general, isn't it? So don't get confused. If you're going on a student visa, definitely you need to give your academics. Okay, if you're planning for your this one immigration, or to go on job visa, then you need to take up general IELTS, right? So now in academic IELTS, what are the skills tested and why do they test this? You may say that, yeah, from what is that? From my LKG, I have studied English, but still, why should I prove my English proficiency there? Yes, definitely. But we have studied it as an international language. We have not studied it as a native language, isn't it? But you people will be going to a country where so English will be the native language. So if we have to, so have a good stay in that particular country, so and even those people, if they have to have pleasant interactions with us, we need to prove that yes, be we can be suitable for that particular native language. How we can prove that? So we can prove them so by showing that yes, we can understand the way they speak, we can understand the way they present in the form of writings, so we can understand whatever they speak out to us, so we can understand. So all these things together have given rise to this IELTS exams, 4 module things. That means they're going to test you guys on 4 modules, which are those: listening, very important, reading, writing, and speaking. Right. So these are the 4 skills separately tested. If you compare any other exam and IELTS exam, I would suggest, in a way, IELTS is one of the standardized English language exam which they test individually. That means every part is tested individually. But if you take other exams like TOEFL, PT, and all of these, so they have integrated this one skills. That means what? When they are testing this one speaking, they try to give in that, they try to integrate your reading also in that, or if they are testing your writing, they try to integrate so reading also, listening also, everything. So in that way, IELTS is comparatively easy. Why? Because everything happens individually here. So we won't require that kind of what is that run around things. Okay. So now let me tell you about listening. Yes, listening, however, I'll be discussing that in detail. So listening will go on for half an hour. So you will have 40 questions. You will get an audio. So in fact, you will be getting 4 audios. You need to listen and simultaneously you need to answer the question. And keep one thing in mind here. Only once you people can listen. You can't listen on and on, or you can't rewind, or they won't give you the second chance. Okay. So therefore, we need to be very precise in what we are listening and what we are presenting as answers. But no worries, we are going to give you the techniques how to work on this in our classes, right? And when it comes to reading, reading is 1 hour session. 1 hour, you will be getting 3 passages, lengthy passages. They won't be short. There will be lengthy passages, and these passages are articles, research papers. So it could be extracted from journals, presentations, or lectures. It could be extracted from any of these sources. And at the same time, you even see that so these are what written or presented by erudite people. That means qualified persons with so a specific subject knowledge will be presenting this reading part. And also you won't be just getting these reading passages on one particular topic. That means you will be getting reading passages on technology, you will be getting reading passages on biology, you may get it on other science this one parts, or it could be on generic information, it could be on social issues, but anything and everything can be a part of your reading. Why? So writing will have two tasks, and yes, here let me tell you, we have 40 questions again. Right. So whenever we pick up reading, I'll tell everything in details just for you people to have a kind of knowledge what you are going to have in this exam. I'm just presenting the things here. In writing two tasks, again, what is that? It'll be for 1 hour. Okay. So, and here what happens, two tasks means it won't be two same or similar writings. You will be having two different writings, and which are those? So one is your report writing, and the other one is your issue based essay writing. Two different writings, obviously you need to present two different way of responses. Okay, so you can't say that my report writing and my issue based essay writing, I'll go in the same pattern and I'll use the same thing and I'll just present it. No. Why they have given, if they wanted to have the same kind of writings, so they would have presented, what is that, one task only. And what is the purpose of writing? Because if you go there as a student, so basically you need to present a lot of writing. So it's not like in our country, like you submit the assignment, not submit the assignment, they take it. No, they're compulsory. Your evaluations are done on your writings there. And also, like, you are living in that country for some time, so anything and everything you, if you want to convey, so in the form of documentation, you need to be able to explain the things there. That is why the writing is tested there. Okay. And then comes speaking. Most important thing. If we don't have communication, do you think we can survive there? Definitely no, isn't it? So they will be having, so speaking, so which will be on the another day of the exam. That means LRW will happen on one day, while speaking will happen on the other day. So when is that speaking happens? It can be one day before, one day later, 2 day prior, 2 day later. So sometimes it may be on the same very day also. It depends, okay, but not always it will be the same. But speaking will be what? It will be just like one-to-one interview. I guess most of you would have attended this one-to-one interviews for the sake of jobs or for the sake of counselings to enter into engineering or anything. So you will be aware of this one-to-one sessions, but so the session will happen between 8 to 15 minutes. The longer your session, we can keep our fingers crossed and think that we may get good score. Why? Because you may be presenting your speech in a very good manner. Okay. So, and you will be wondering, what will they ask? So how my speaking interview will be. So they can ask anything and everything. They won't be very specific to your job, your education, or anything like that. It could be anything and everything. Even they can ask the question like, which is your favorite flavor, so when it comes to the cakes, or which is your favorite cuisine, so that you want to eat always, or who is your best friend, or they may even ask whether so a capital punishment is like should be practiced in a country or not. Like this, they can ask. So right from your personal questions to the generic, so they could be asking, and this goes on 8 to 15 minutes. And so as we know, overall it is scored on the band of 9. While if you see listening, reading, writing, speaking, they also will be tested on the band of 9. ठीक है? They take the average of this and they'll be presenting you with the score. And you know, one more thing, before we start off with the class only, I would like to tell you guys out of my experience. So, if you follow all the techniques, tips, and the practices that we give, okay, I'm confidently telling this. So, you people can score 9 on 9 on listening, 9 on 9 on reading, and minimum I'm saying you people can get writing and speaking 8. It's not at all a rocket science. Only the thing is, you guys need to beat around the right bush and you need to practice a lot. And at the same time, it is not a piece of cake, also. Without what is that preparation, I'll be able to, what is that, get the scores and all these things. No, that will not happen. You need to give the effort, you need to put the effort, and also we have a particular way of approach here. So that approach, if you understand and if you get all your tasks evaluated, and if you practice, so more tasks, definitely I'm saying you people can get this score. And you people know, if you get brilliant IELTS score, obviously that opens doors for many things like scholarships, and so getting visa easily. All these things will be the benefits. Okay, now with this note, like we can all promise ourselves that yes, let us try and get, not try, let us get the score of 99 and 88, and let us start our sessions. Okay, so now I'll be presenting our this one. Just give me a second. Listening. Now, what is this listening? Basically, listening is that one thing, so which we need to, what is that? Prove.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, there's one question about the general IELTS itself.
Mhm.
That does any section have more weightage than others when it comes to the overall band score?
For general.
No, no, for IELTS academic itself, just
Mhm.
about the entire IELTS, not just listening.
Okay. See, for we have minimum cutoff there. So, like for universities and all, we do have minimum cutoff. Like usually, or this one, decent universities, they ask no band less than 6. So, and overall it should be 6.5. While this one, there are like public Ivy League universities and all, which may ask for more score there. But what we would suggest is, so you should at least minimum get, so especially on your writing and speaking, so 6.5 and above, and on your L and R, that is listening and reading, so if you get more than 7, so that will be the good thing. Got it? Okay,
Okay. Yeah, thank
right.
you.
Welcome. So now let us talk in detail about listening. Now, you people may understand. Let me clear this. Listening means they are not testing our listening ability. Yeah, they are testing, like when this native speaker speak. So, how would you retrieve the information? How can you grasp? Because you go there, isn't it? You have to listen to lectures. You have to interact with students there. Since you're living there, you need to interact there with localites. So, if you're not able to understand so what they are speaking, don't you think it is a problem to you, and it is a problem for them as well? Why? Because if whatever the response they want, but if you're giving something other response, do you think it will be working on them? It won't work out. That is the reason. Like, so listening is tested. That means listening, definitely, as I said, it will not test your skills of like what, whether you can hear or not. It is basically whether you people can understand what this native speaker will be speaking, right? And also, let me tell you one thing. Here, you won't be just getting an audio from a speaker who is a British guy, or who is USA person, or who is from Australia. So you will be getting, so basically, audios from any person. Even you can get an audio of a person who may be a French by nature, but he would be an English speaker. Okay, so that means what? We need to get ready and we need to understand anyone speaking English. Yeah, because there and all, like if you go on to this universities and all, do you think you will only come across, if you are going to USA, do you think you will have only American citizen working as a professors and all? No, right? So we may have anyone and everyone. So we need to get used to the understanding of the speaking of so different people from different nations. As I said, so basically, how many audios you will be getting? Audio clippings, no video here. Only you need to listen, or you will get the clippings, which will be just audios there. And how many times you will have the option to listen? You can just listen only once. Okay. And that to what? It is not, don't get mistaken that okay, you have to listen completely, then you will go and answer. Don't ever do that mistake. Why? Doing that will be like this one. What is that? Big blunder. We all have short-term memories. Okay, we can't remember all the 40 questions answered, and then you will later on put on no. There and then you should select the answer. If you're taking paper based, you need to write the answer there and then as you're listening. That means you're listening, you're reading the questions, and you're writing the answers should go on simultaneously. What does that mean? That means here you people are basically what? Doing multitask. You're doing three tasks at a time. What are those tasks? You're reading, you're listening, and you're writing or presenting. That means your cognitive skills should cooperate with each other very nicely. But how can that happen? So that can happen over the practice. So do lot of practices after the sessions, right? And now 30 minutes the task will go. That means four audios will take about 30 minutes, but 10 minutes bonus will be given for you guys to transfer the answers onto the answer sheet. So that means what? That's the reason I said, while you people are listening, don't try to, what is that, make your tasks harder by going and writing in the answer sheets. No, don't touch the answer sheet there. But so as you listen, you try to note the answers onto the question paper only. Once you note down them, we'll have this 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, you need to present your this one answers onto the answer sheet. Don't worry, the answers to present onto the answer sheet, the maximum 4-word answers only will be having. Otherwise, we'll have options of 1 word or 2 words or maximum 4-word answers. So you can quickly imprint the same in your answer sheet. So properly you need to present. Why? Even though you write properly in your question paper, but in answer sheet, if you're not mentioning the answers properly, so then you end up not getting the score there, right? So the next thing that I want to tell you is, let me talk in detail what kind of audios you are going to get. See, this is same only. Don't think that, okay, if I get something else, if I get something else. No. It is like what we are saying, it is in the same way, and it will go in the same very manner only. Okay, it won't be like what is that, they mix up the things, they can give anything and everything. No, the pattern will be same. Okay, so therefore you can blindly so work on this pattern, because so you will be getting the same very way of presentation. The first thing is the very easy one. I guess you people also, like when you call some call centers or some companies and all, you would see that. So after you just give a call, so you will listen to that this one recorded information, where they say your call will be recorded for training and this one, what is that, some purpose they say. In the same way, your basically recording one will be a one-to-one interaction. So, which could be from the recordings like this, or so it could be the real life conversations. That means these conversations, how you know, like a student and a professor speaking, or so this one travel agent or passenger speaking, or doctor and this one patient's discussion. It could be discussion between any two people. That means, and also see, it is of social context. That means what, everything happens like what is that, it's a normal discussion. So only I said it will be very very easy. That means in this, like around 13 questions you may get. So 10 to 13 questions you may get on the basis of recording one. You guys should not miss on this. Why? Because the speech also will be very, what is that? Calm, quiet, aram, say like how if we interact. For example, if I start speaking to you guys, so how our interaction will be. The the pace will be little this one, right, soft, and also like the words, everything will be very clearly mentioned. So only I always urge students, so don't ever try to commit mistake on these things. Okay, why? Because this is the part where you can get complete score. So make sure that this recording one type, so we need to work well. And recording two also easy. But so what is the recording to or the clipping to that you will be getting? It will be a monologue. What is this monologue? Mono is what? So single person presenting a speech, right? It could be a speech, okay? It could be a presentation. It could be a narration. It could be so any kind of instruction. But this is very generic in context. That is, it is of the social context. So therefore here also this person, whoever will be presenting, because he is presenting for the layman there, isn't it? It is in the social context or for a group of people. Obviously, his speech and his way of pronunciation. So all of these things will be little cool that you people can understand. Here and there, so they may use the jargons there. So, and what do you mean by jargons? See, for example, if we are from this one, what is that? Science background. So we use the words like phenomena, we use the words like catalyst, so condensation, so evaporation. So, but we use it in a normal language only, these things. And we guys know what is the meaning of it. So, that's what the utilization of the words. So in some particular field of study, see, in every field there is a jargon. Okay, in this one, what is that? If you take up geography, if you take up this one, any other subject also, they have their own words. That means these words are prominently used in this subject or things. So therefore, these are called as jargons, and definitely you will come across jargons. But no worries. See, when you people are listening, if you suddenly come across some words, say if I say a word like this one, parabola. So while speaking, we can use that parabola. So now you'll be wondering, what is this parabola? Parabola. Immediately you will stop concentrating on the speech, but you will be concentrating on parabola. So do you think that parabola will be always your answer? There, who knows that there would be no question which may require parabola as your answer. It's overall understanding, isn't it? Your test is not based on one particular word or one particular sentence. It is the overall understanding. So when you people, so try to listen. When you are listening, don't ever get affected by such distractions. These are the distractions which are purposely present in the test. Okay, so you should not get affected. If you are not getting through some word, just you be, what is that, act in listening what you need. I'll say, how can we have this what to need in the beginning only? I'll say that because before even you listen, you will be knowing what you need from that listening. Okay, so therefore that quality we need to develop when we are doing the listening part. And then, so reading 3 will get little complicated. Why will get complicated means you will be seeing that, so you will have group discussion. See, group discussion is not an issue. The problem is, like, if we have 4 5 people or 3 4 people, so these 3 4 people will be talking on the same thing, and they will be giving their opinions. And where the issue comes in, so because almost the idea is same, by little they'll be varying their opinions. So therefore, to grasp in and to identify who said what is the real challenge. And also the speed of the speech, so the softness in the speech, so everything increases. That means they won't be loud like us. Now see, if here I'm presenting the lesson, I'm quite loud here, isn't it? So why I'm loud here? Because I want you people to understand. But if you go to certain this one, what is that, 5-star hotels, or if you are working for any corporate companies, so whose management is done by like, what is that, American or UK people, you will see that when they speak, you will be thinking, oh my God, my ears, this one, what is that, they have the problem, or should I need to learn the technique of listening carefully? Yes, we need to learn the technique of listening properly. But how can this happen? It is not the volume of the speaker that actually affects, that actually makes us not to understand the thing. We are not good listener. So it is not, what is that? You may be wondering, oh, it is so damaging statement ma'am has given. Tell me now, I am teaching you guys, how many of you are listening 100% here? 100% in the sense, every word I am speaking should be concentrated on. But what happens? So we are living in a globalized world. So, and we are all multitaskers. What we do, we partially listen here. Our mind will be working something else, and we may be doing something else because it's online classes. So that is how what is happening. We won't be good listeners. And when you go to this one test also, when you are doing listening, so while doing listening, you may try to concentrate 100%. But again, you will be thinking, if I get a wrong, this one, if I get a tougher one, if I get a tough question, or, oh, I don't know this thing, I may not do this. So this is the kind of thinking that basically stops you being a 100% listener. First, we need to stop that. Okay, we should be good listeners here. How can we be good listener? So concentrate. That means, I would like to tell one thing, even next to you, if somebody is hurt or somebody is in bad condition, until you finish your listening, you should not even bother to see. That means we need to wear something like, I guess you people know, like this one, horse blinkers. Why they put horse blinkers? Because horse should not get distracted. Even we have to put this blinkers, that means that virtual blinkers we need to this one put in our mind, so that we are not listening to anything, we are not getting distracted, we are not getting distracted from the way they speak. Okay, all these things should be practiced. Yes, over the period of time I'll be telling all these things, the petty things, these are very petty things that we need to work on. So therefore, here the third part will be quite complicated, because it's academic context also. Definitely, they will be speaking on certain topics which may not be a cup of tea. But no worries, they are not asking your general knowledge about that particular thing. Whatever they are giving, you need to listen and you need to answer the question. No need of any general knowledge. Students think that, okay, so you should not think that, oh, I need to work on science, I need to, we had so many topics. Do you think is it possible for us to work on all the topics? No. Only you people practice on understanding the question and understanding your listening part. Okay, so and lastly, the fourth one will be the toughest one. See, actually it is not toughest. Why it sounds, it'll be tough or it'll be a little complicated, is the fact that it'll be a boring lecture. Okay, one person will be presenting, it is again monologue, so wherein you will be seeing that one person will be presenting a lecture. In colleges, only to sit in front of lecture and a lecturer and listen to lecture is boring, but you don't have any visual thing. So only what you are listening, that to a topic which you're not, what is that, connected to. Obviously, that makes you, what is that, completely out of the area. So that's the reason we may miss on the concentration. So lot many lectures you need to listen and you need to practice. Now, one more thing. Now you would have heard from people, or you would have got advices from people stating that you start watching the movies, you start watching the this one, what is that, news bulletins and all, so you people can have a good listening pattern. Just imagine, when you're seeing something and when you're listening, even if you don't understand the word also, still by their gestures, by their expressions and everything, so you people can understand what they are trying to say. Therefore, I would like to tell you people that practice is not the right practice. So you need to switch on the lectures. So on like your only audio part, okay? You don't try to, what is that, take the things like, what is that, on video. Because video can give us lot many information about the topic. Therefore, our listening efficiency will not be improved there. Right. I hope this is clear for you guys. Now, scoring. I was saying that, yes, if you follow all the techniques, so, and if you practice a lot, so you will be seeing that you can get 40 on 40. Getting 40 on 40 is almost like 9. I need you people to take at least, however you will be having the handouts, but this scoring pattern you need to understand. Okay, that means if you get 39 to 40 questions correct, so you will be getting 9 back. That means, what is the condition? We need to get 39 to 40. Everyone, whoever is in the class, so make sure, or this one, what is that? Aim for 9, right? So, and then, so if you get 37 to 38, it is 8.5 like this. So two scores will go. And don't try to, what is that, aim for 6, or see, if we aim for 9, at least we'll come and land up between 8 to 7.5. Okay. So, but if we aim, yeah, for me 6.5 is enough for the visa purpose. If we plan for 6.5, even in your mock test and all, if you're getting 6.5, definitely I'm dead sure that in your main exam, you will be getting 5. because of certain things. Okay, so because you will be presenting it under what is that, nervous conditions, so you may not be giving the exam in your own space, all these effects, and obviously you will commit the mistake here, right? So that's the reason I'm saying, so you need to always aim for 9. If you aim for 9, you will be seeing that at least you can reach, so 8 or 7.5. And yes, 9, when can you get? Consistently on 20, 30 or 40 listenings. If you are getting so 39 to 40, definitely you people will be getting 9 there. Okay. So this is the scoring point. You need to know the scores, and the minimum score is what? 2.5, which is like, what is that? If you answer 4 to 5 questions. Now, okay, so we got to know the in and out of the listening test. But what is this type of questions? Now you may be stunned. Hey, whether we'll have only one type of question, or we'll have multiple type of questions. You know why they have given multiple types of questions? Because when you practically, you guys think, so whenever you people listen to someone, or whenever you try to answer somebody's questions, so how it goes, whether they always ask the direct questions, you may come across different questions, right? That means you think so nicely, the test is designed that it every moment, every question type is a kind of your this one evaluation of your natural speaking skills there. That is why you find different types of question, and this different types of question will be a blessing in disguise for us. Why it will be blessing in disguise for us means, because if on one question type, if you are not good now, so you will be definitely good at other different type of questions. And also don't think that we'll get all these types of questions. Sometimes we may have all the types of questions, and sometimes we may end up having few types of questions also. But yes, we need to practice all these types of questions. Why? Because we need to have hands-on expertise, and we need to have that comfort level. And also when you go to the examination all, so you should not feel that, oh, I haven't seen this question type only, so we did not do this, how to approach this. So every question has its own requirement of approach, and that is what we are going to describe here. Now, multiple choice question. You know where you will get maximum multiple choice question? On your third task. Maximum. And that is a trap there. Why? Because multiple people speaking, and they purposely ask multiple choice question, so that for that first question, or for those question, you believe or not, all the three people, or like if we have three speakers or any, so you they will be giving, what is that, a kind of this one, what is that, uh, uh, whatever they have spoken, they will be purposely giving that. So you will be confused if you are not concentrating on what that particular person has said. Definitely you get confused, right? So that is why it is more frequently found on the third section. But however, it can come anywhere. Okay. Then matching. Matching could be of different ways. That means they may ask you to match the headings. They may this one ask you to match the endings, or they may ask which professor or who said what, or they may even ask the features of certain different things described there, that is match the features, or they may ask, so match the this one experiments or whatever done by different people. So that's the kind of matching you will be getting. And matching and all, I guess you people are aware of in your colleges, schools and all. So this match the following and all these things were a part there. Now the complicated one here would be what? This plan, map and label the diagram. Okay. And complete the flow chart or summary completion. These two are quite complicated. Why are they complicated? Because you will see that even though the information can be presented directly, but the way that they will try to present in the form of picture or the pictorial presentation will be little complicated. And we know that we are short of time also. We won't be having that, what is that? We can listen back and we can this one. As soon as we see the question, we need to register that question in our mind. Until and unless we don't register that question and we don't remember that question as we start listening, then we won't be able to identify that. And sentence completion is again fill in the blanks. So, which is again kind of short answer questions. And then classifications. You need to classify the given informations there. So these are the different types of questions that we have, and we need to work on these things. Now, yes, I've been explaining from there how you need to answer and everything. Yes, you need to be multitasker. Why? Because you are doing your listening, writing, and reading everything at a time. So you need to always read the instruction. This is one of the bad habit for every student. As even when we were student, even we were doing the same thing. What we do usually, so we just try to go directly to the questions. We won't go for the question main there, isn't it? So why? We are in hurry to answer. We are not in hurry, or we are not basically thinking that only when you understand the instructions for the questions and the question idea, if you identify, then only you will be getting the correct answer. So we won't think of this thing. Okay, we just randomly what we'll do, okay, we need to answer, will be very whimsical and we will be very impulsive. So what we'll do, we need to answer, let us go to the questions. So if they are asking two word, one number, we won't see that and we start answering them. Never ever do that. Follow the instructions. In fact, now also, as I start training on the questions, that is what I'm going to train you guys. And also one more thing, guys, don't try to, what is that? Enter all the answers in the block letters. Why? It's English language test. Why are we putting everything in the block letters? Follow the grammatical rule there as well. Okay. See the requirement of the question. According to the requirement, whether it is starting with the this one, whether the answer should start with capital letter and then go normally, that you need to know. So if it is coming in between the sen- sentence, if it is not a proper noun, definitely you need to use the lowercase. So like this, you know the way how you are presenting your answers. That's also, so if you just randomly present everything in so bold letters, your scores will go completely, it will go. Okay, because while you people answer for listening and reading also, they are going to check the grammatical requirement. In writing and speaking, to pakka advanced grammar skills they are going to test. But even in this one, reading and listening also, when you are presenting your answer, that shows your proficiency on the language. So we should prove that we have the best knowledge about the language. And yes, so listen carefully. Don't try to, what is that? Analyze the listening according to your mindset. That is very, very, very dangerous. What author is saying is the only thing that is correct here. Okay. And also, like, especially when you people are listening to the words, understand their pronunciation, how you can improve understanding their pronunciation. So by watching, by listening to these speeches on and on and on, so that will be making you be aware, or you can retrieve the words they try to speak there. Okay. And also spelling is very, very important. As we finish our 11th, 12th standard, what we do? We give big, this one, what is that? We are so very careless about the spellings, and over that, we all use mobile phones, we all use shortcut language, isn't it? So the mobile language you should not use. So, or the texting language, never ever use in your reading, writing, or this one, listening, presenting the answers. Why? Because we consider that as incorrect. We won't be, what is that? Basically, considering that as correct only. Not we, IELTS people. Then, after recognizing the answer, also, you may go wrong. Keep eye on your spelling. Spelling's very, 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 very important. Make your spelling strong, I'm saying. So why? Because your spellings are tested at 3 levels. Okay. So these are some of the basic things that you people need to be aware of. Now, that's what. Here we have that instruction when it is one word. So when it is like 2 words, or when it is, because this is one big thing we should be very conscious. If they are asking no more than 3 words, so you should not write more than 2 or 3 words. Okay. Minimum 1 word, maximum 3 words. That is what you are going to write. You can see here we have listed out also when it is single word, when it is 2 words, when it is 3 words. So we have described here. So I hope you guys got these instructions. Right. So now let me go on to our first type of question. Okay. Multiple choice question. Why we are considering first only multiple choice question means so that you will get more time to practice. If I give you the instruction, so if I help you out to understand how to work on this, if I give you the techniques, and also immediately you will be, what is that, working on them. Okay. So when you start working on this thing continuously, we have a lot many practices. You will get the handouts, right? In that we have practices. You can basically, what is that, practice there. So, and you can join Telegram also, where you will be having more practice. You will receive the practice questions. Practice more on multiple choice question. What is this multiple choice question? They are going to give the question, and what they'll do, they'll give multiple options. What we usually do on multiple choice question, we basically end up reading the question and simultaneously end up reading the options also. Now I will say, yeah, what is happening here? So you can see that. So here they are saying circle the correct letters A to C. And you know, when listening happens, they will give time for you to read the questions first. They won't just directly switch on your this one, what is that, audio. They will say that before we present the audio, kindly look at the questions 1 to 4, 1 to 5. So initially for first task and second audios, so the time given for a time, say if they are giving, so 60 seconds, so or 30 seconds, they will be giving less number of questions to check the questions. But in the third and fourth, what happens within this half a minute, so you will be seeing that they are going to give so 10 questions, and you need to go through the questions first, and then they will be giving you. But for that also limit of the time. So therefore, you need to be a speed reader as well. Okay, being good at reading, if your reading skills increase, so that will be helpful for so two purposes. One is for your RCs, and one is for your this one. What is that, listening task? Yeah. Now, let me tell you here. So what we need to do. Multiple choice question. How does this appear? This is the appearance of your multi-choice question. Okay. So what is happening? We'll have a question. We'll have the number of answers. You can see that. Question is also okay. So even answer is also lengthy enough. It's not like what is that? We'll just randomly read and we'll try to do whatever the answer will be. So answer should be picked from the listening part. Here, the first thing that you are supposed to do is whenever they give the time for your reading question, what you need to do, read the question Understand the question idea. One more issue. Students mark the keywords. Listen, students. Here, they won't just what is the question here. In the same way, speaker will not be speaking. The speaker's language will be different and the question language is different. We can't just by marking the keywords will be able to grasp in the idea. Never. So only you need to identify what is the
You will hear a conversation between a student and I'm up.
Yeah. So here what happens, we need to read the question and understand what is the question requirement here. For example, if you're going to some movie, after coming, say you will go to some movie and when you guys come back, if I ask, so who is the, what is the character name of, of the main characters, friends, sisters, so classmate. If I ask this question, what happens? You will say that, ma'am, who will be concentrating on those minute details? But before going to a movie, if I ask this question and if I send you guys, so what happens? You know what is the question I have asked. You will concentrate who is, so that what is that? So main characters, friends, sisters, so someone there. So that means what? Since you know what was the question, you will concentrate there to identify who is that, and then you will come out with the answer. That means what? So that is the reason we say whenever they give the time, don't waste time by looking around or turning on the pages and all. When they say read the questions, so 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, so you need to read the questions and understand the question idea. That means you're prepared to listen what or to concentrate on what a part of the speaking. So therefore here if you see, what is the question that we have? Why is Martin visiting the doctor? That means what? They're asking the purpose why Martin is visiting the doctor. Now we know when you are listening, what you will be taking. You know, you need to identify what is the reason why Martin is going to doctor, isn't it? Now, how many hours does so Martin usually sleep each night? Now this question is also saying what? See, I'm not saying this. Don't ever look at the options. Why I say not to look at the options? See, now you read this question. Now by the time, because we'll have just few seconds to understand the question. Immediately when you see this, maybe all these would be spoken there, but that would not be the reason there for Martin to visit the doctor, right? So therefore you will get confused, and so you will also forget what is the question idea is. That is the reason, make sure that you concentrate on question properly, understand the question properly, and then you people try to, what is it, approach the thing. So now the next question is what? The first question is asking what is the purpose. See, we remember it. And what is the second question asking? How many hours does Martin usually sleep each night? That means each night, what is the number of hours that Martin usually sleep? Okay, so this also try to understand in the way. Don't mark the keywords like night, sleep, Martin. So if you take the bits, if you connect, so do you think you will have any idea there? No, you need to know the question idea first. And what is the next question? Which of these describes Martin's problem? So there is a problem to Martin, and what is that describing the problem? So now, even you people, just give a glance here at these questions. Only read the questions. Don't look at the options. Read the question. Now I'm going to, this one, play audio for you guys, and you will have a polling system and you can poll the answers. Okay, right. So I'll be just, this one, what is that? Switching on the audio. Kindly listen to that.
About 7:30, so I have time to go jogging
Just 1 second.
You will hear a conversation between a student and a doctor at a student health centre.
So what's your problem?
Well, recently I've been getting this pain here, just behind my eyes and in my forehead.
I see. Have you felt sick or dizzy at all, or vomited?
No, not at all, though the pain is pretty intense sometimes.
And how's your health generally? Have you had any colds or flu recently?
I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, but that's gone. It was only a sniffle, really.
Good. Are you studying a lot? Are you getting enough sleep?
Yes, I'm studying quite a lot. I've got some exams coming up in December, but I'm making sure to sleep plenty.
What time do you go to bed?
They're usually around 11. I sleep about 8.5 hours, and I'm up about 7:30, so I have time to go jogging for half an hour before going to the university at 9.
Very healthy. And has this pain kept you awake or stopped you jogging?
Yes, it makes getting to sleep harder. It's much worse at the end of the day. I hardly notice it in the morning.
What about food? Are you eating properly?
I think so. My girlfriend cooks my meals.
Yes. Did you guys poll it? Just let me check. Just give me a second. Yes. Can you people text me the answers there? Hello? Okay. Right. First one is A. Very good. First one is A. Why? Because they say that he is saying like he has pain. So like behind his eyes, just in the forehead. So that means it is indicating your this one only, right? So Ed. And then what is the second answer? He says he sleeps for 8.5 hours. So that means what? It is between 8 and 9 hours, isn't it? So that's the thing. So yes, we see many of you have answered correctly. Very good. And what does your answer? Last one. When is he getting the pain more? So at the end of the day, that means what? Evening, right? So it worsens in the evening and at night. Very good. So that's wonderful. So we'll be discussing more tomorrow. In tomorrow's class, we'll discuss more questions and more types of questions we'll be practicing. So now, guys, tell me, so any doubts you have with regards to listening section and so these things? If any questions, kindly, you can just put it in the chat box. Yes, I could see the answer. So the answer will be, so A, B, and C. Okay. Yes. I hope today's class, how much time will be given for reading questions? Okay. Yashaswini, yes, as I said, it will be in terms of seconds only. Say for in the beginning for first task and second task, you may get like what is that around 40 seconds to 1 minute to read around 5 to 6 questions. But as we go further to the this one, third section and fourth section, the time will be decreased and the number of questions will be more. Okay. Will the listening test would be of the same level? Yeah, obviously, like we'll be having, so it'll be of the same level. That means what? Yeah, difficulty level will be almost the same. So it's only like how you take up the things, how you practice. See, for some, the things that is easy for you could be difficult for them because they may lack the lack in the this one experience with this test or practice, or they may not understand, or for some which is easy may seem to be difficult for you guys. But however, yes, so the difficulty level and everything will be same there. Yes, here we have one more student asking, so ma'am took one session of GT people. Okay, so yes. What is the name of listening? So, name of listening. So, the name of listening, in the sense, I didn't get you, Anu Sharma. Yes. So yeah, GTC for general test and academic test, what is the difference means? Only you will find difference in your reading part, and in writing one task will be different. Okay. So in reading part, what happens in academic test, they will be having a little difficult this one passages, because it will be focusing on academic texts only. Whereas for general people, what happens, you will be getting between 3 to 5 this one, what is that, reading comprehensions, but they will be of small size, and it will be based on advertisements or general publications and all. It won't be academic based. Okay, that is the only difference you have, but the number of questions, timings, everything will be same. When it comes to your writing, so you will be seeing that, the this one, what is that, writing task, the first task will be letter writing, whereas for academic writing, it will be report writing. That is the difference between this one, academic IELTS and general IELTS. Yes. After the audio is turned off, how much time would be provided? See, it goes on simultaneously. They will, what is that? As the audio is on, so you need to go, you need to run with it. You cannot just, what is that, stop in between, or they will be giving some extra time for you guys to go with them. No. So as the audio starts, you need to run with it, and you need to listen and simultaneously answer. That means you need to go with the speed of audios, not that the audios will be run according to your requirement. Okay, right. So I hope the queries are answered. If anything, yes, we are together for another few days. Yes, so we'll be the difficulty level questions also. Yes, we'll be teaching difficulty level also. Don't worry about that. This is the first day, right? So we gave the descriptions and we started off with the easy level questions. We'll be covering difficulty level. So, and this one, hard questions, everything will be covering. Don't worry about that. Just that you people be regular to the class, on time you be, so, and try to concentrate what we are doing there. Okay, and also you people will have the recordings, everything, you can just go through them, so you can listen to them and watch them on and on, so that you will get the clarity, right? Today's session was based on listening. Anu. Yes, I guess you joined late. Okay. Right, guys. Thank you very much. So I hope you people had a great session, and so informative session. So thanks a lot. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. So for more question-based sessions. Thank you.